Look forward to the challenge of playing the Titans. We haven't played them in a couple years here, but they sure are a good football team, and everybody got a chance to see that Monday night. I mean, they thought they did a real nice job there. So we'll start our preparation today with the first day of practice and get ourselves ready to go down to Tennessee. Anyways, with that time yours.
Coach, what do you want to see out of Chris Jones and Shavarius Ward since they are going to practice today?
Yeah.
What are you hoping to see out of them before you?
Yeah, well, just kind of get back into the swing, knock the rust off, get back in the swing of things. They've been working hard, they haven't been practicing. So, but conditioning won't be necessarily the issue. It'll be just getting back out there and doing the football stuff.
Andy, last time you went to Tennessee, there was, the end of the game that it seemed like there was a jillion ways you could have won that game, but it was the last game you lost in 2019. Was there something, whether it was in the facilities or the week after, that you could sense that was kind of a gut check for you guys were going to respond the way you did?
Yeah, I didn't handle that right. All said and done, that last call wasn't a very good one. It didn't work, and I called a screen, and we've been running the ball pretty good, so I probably should have just stuck with the run. But that's hindsight. So, but I do remember it very well. As far as things going on, I mean, our guys, they bared down. I mean, we all had a piece of it. It was special teams, had the block, and defense gave up some yardage there right at the end, and we all had a part of it. So, and the guys, we started playing better after that. I mean, which is kind of your point. So,
Coach, following up on your time in Nashville in 2019, Derrick Henry rushed for 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. Everyone saw what he did Monday night. What type of formidable challenge does facing that particular running back face?
Yeah, he's a great kid. He's a good football player. To think that he's carrying the ball as much as he is, and year after year he's putting up these numbers, it's crazy. So, and he's a great player. So are you going to hold him to no, that's not what's going to happen. But he's going to get his yards, and then you just have to limit it the best you can. You got to tackle him. He's a big man, but you got to tackle him. And our guys know that, So they've got a good offense. They base it around 22. So they got a great play action game, and that comes off of action to him. And so, we got to be ready for all that.
Every season's about kind of ebb and flow, but you used the term the other day about maybe there was a enough's enough mentality at halftime. How do you see that possibly holding, or how do you get momentum from that?
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you got to go do it. You can't talk about it anymore. You got to go do. And so guys will come out today. They'll work hard. That's where it starts. Practice fast and accurate, and try to maximize that the best you can in preparation. And then you let the chips fall where they may when you go play, right? But you got to prepare yourself.
You saw that in the results in the second half. Did you see it, in some way taking form before you went back out at halftime? After halftime?
Yeah, I could sense it at halftime that they were kind of tired of what was going on. So yeah, but yeah.
I know you'll see on Anthony Hitchens, but with him out of the mix, fair to say that Ben Neiman will get those reps making the calls, or will the younger guys maybe mix in there too?
Yeah, all three of them will be in there going, so at different spots. Spag's got a lot of different personnel groups in there, but yeah, all three of them can make the calls they need.
Yeah, Andy, who did have the call responsibilities when Anthony went out in Sunday's game?
They kind of mix that up. They mix it up. That's the best I can say.
And you mentioned Tennessee's ability to run stuff off of play action. Just for any linebacker, how do you try to teach being aggressive, because you know how talented Henry is, but also obviously being aware of passes that may come behind those windows?
Yeah, you gotta study the tape and see if you can't come up with some kind of indicator. They do a great job with that. But you gotta be able to pure read it and then get yourself back in a position where they're not attacking the middle of the field because you're not there. So you're stuck in the line of scrimmage. So you got to be disciplined with that. And then you got to study.
And you mentioned Jody Fortson having surgery earlier today. What do you tell a guy like that that's worked so hard to make this team, and now has a long road of mentally and physically recovery coming.
Yeah, listen, I mean, things happen in this business. He'll be back. He's built a nice foundation for himself. So he got a taste of it, and it's just a matter of him getting in, rehabbing, and getting himself back. But he knows that he can play now. Not that he didn't know that before, but he's done it. So, that's kind of where he's at. And there's no easy way around it. He's going to miss it, but he's going to be plenty busy rehabbing that thing.
A couple more, we'll go start with you, Matt.
Hey, Coach, I know it's still early in the season, relatively speaking, and there is always the every game's important mentality, but, Buffalo, the Chargers, Ravens, Titans, all shaping up to be the top teams in the AFC. With losses to those other three, does this game have a bigger magnitude for you guys?
Yeah, they all do. I mean, every game, you got to treat it like its own, like it's the game, right? I mean, you don't want to. That's just how it is in today's football. So you lose a few games and you're playing catch up. I mean, you just named off 4 teams, and you're playing catch up when you lose a few games. So every game becomes important. Every game should be important, though, to start with. I mean, it's hard for me to stand up and say, well, this one's not so important.
Coach, we get to talk with Turk a little bit later today. Just the kind of player he is. He, coming from a smaller school, he's worked his butt off really to be here.
Yeah.
How have you seen him progress as a player and then be able to make plays like he did last Sunday?
Yeah, that was a great play. So he works extremely hard. In practice, he goes 100 miles an hour. He's gifted athletically. He was a running back in high school, so he can move around a little bit. But he works at his trade. That's what he does, and he does it 100 miles an hour. Every play, every day, he's going. You don't have to worry about that with him.
Last one, Sam.
Just wanted to ask you about Willie Gay. Obviously, he missed a month, but just 18 snaps on Sunday. Is it just a process of working him back to full health?
Yeah, he's getting back in the swing of things, and did a good job. He'll keep getting more as we go. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good.